This little thing is perhaps the best wireless microphone for YouTubers. This kit is called the DJI mic, and I've been using it for about 6 months now, and during this time they've been really helpful in my workflow, both for client work as well as my personal projects. I can tell you that they were the right purchase for me. But are they right for you? Let's find out. So first of all, let's look at the content of the kit. It all comes in this little bag that has a divider, which I use to keep everything organized and all in a single package so I don't forget anything before I shoot. The DJI mic comes with a charging case, and if you have AirPods, you're definitely familiar with these types of cases. It feels premium and contains a USB-C charging port as well as some LED lights to indicate the remaining battery. Opening it up, you're faced with several components. 2 wireless microphones and a receiver. It's lightweight, has a snappy touchscreen with an easy-to-understand interface. On the left, it has an output for your camera or recorder and a headphone jack so you can monitor your audio. On the right, a power button and a USB-C port. This is quite useful, since you can connect it to your computer to use it as a microphone. And in my experience, at least with my iMac, it truly has been a plug-and-play situation. Another interesting thing about the receiver is on the back. Here you can see these contact points for the charging case, but also the series of pins that can be used with included accessories. For example, with this one, you can place it in so you can position the receiver in the cold shoe mount of your camera. However, it can also be used directly with your smartphone. Inside the case, there's also a lighting and USB-C adapter that you can place on the receiver and automatically use it with your device. So if you're the type of content creator that makes everything with your phone, you're covered as well. But enough talk about the receiver. Let's see the stars of the show, the microphone themselves. They're really quite small. On the right, you have your rec button to start and stop recordings that will get stored inside of it, and a link button that can also be used to press record or take a photo when you have a phone in your receiver. On the left, a power button and a USB-C port to charge and download the recorded files to your computer. On the top, you can see the microphone itself and a jack to plug in a lavalier mic. In my case, I found that the mic has enough quality for my purposes, but if you already have a lav mic, you can convert this into a wireless transmitter. On the back, it contains a clip so you can place it in your shirt. Personally, not a big fan of this look, but it also comes with a strong square magnet that you can use it to secure it like this. And I don't know about you, but I find this a lot better. Now, you might be wondering about this thing around the mic. This is a lock mechanism for this included cute little dead cats, so you can use this kit even in windy conditions without worrying that it will fall and get lost. Finally, I want to talk about a function I find really interesting. As you can see, this is a kit of 2 microphones, which really works for content like one-on-one interviews. And in the settings, not only you can adjust the levels of each one individually, but you can also use the stereo channels to separate your recording. And if you're only using one, you can also use the second channel as a safety channel to prevent clippings, which I can tell you has saved me more than once. I've used this kit in several different situations. For example, once my job sent me to a convention center to make interviews for TikTok, and despite the echo and the crowds, you can clearly understand what the speaker is saying. In the case of my personal content, I used to work with a Rode VidaMic Pro on a boom arm, which took some time to set up. Now, it's faster to work with this kit. It has the safety channel and the recording for redundancy, and due to the nature of the mics themselves, you can hear less noise from my neighbors and such. I don't want this review to sound like an ad, because it's not. I genuinely like them a lot, and they have proved to be one of the most useful gadgets that I own. Now, is it the best option in the market? Probably not. There are professional wireless lavalier solutions that can provide higher quality, and if you have the budget, go for it. But in this smaller budget scene, the only real competitor I can think of is the Rode Wireless Go 2. And when I had to decide between those and this, the back, the charging case, the small magnets, the direct-to-file recordings, the dead cans, and especially the interface were the thing that made me choose the DJI mic. Mind you, the Rope option is cheaper, but I feel that you get more out of the DJI mic. I hope you find this review helpful. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comments below. I'm Kevin Chaires, and I'll see you in the next video.